So this is where you have gone through the data, identify information that is significant. You have already developed codes, but you have a lot of documents to go through. So let's say you have maybe 20 transcripts and then you're able to go through five of the transcripts, right? You already developed initial codes and then you want to use the initial codes to go through the document that you have not coded so that the AI can code it for you. How do you do that? So let me show you how you can do that. As you can see here, I have five participants, the transcripts from them, right? Five transcripts. And I have my two research questions. And then let's look at the research question two. I've gone through the data. I think I've gone through one or two of the transcripts and I'll be able to develop these codes, right? And then you want the system to use the code to go through the rest of the transcript that you haven't gone through yet, right? So what you're gonna do is you can select the ones that you are interested in. So I'm gonna select, let's say I'm interested in three, four, and five, right? And then I right click on them and then go to AI Assist, and then I could go to AI coding, right? Now, make sure here under document, make sure that you selected all of them, right? Sometimes initially it doesn't select everything. So you have to make sure that you selected the ones that you are interested in and click on OK. Now, what code do you want to use for you to go through the significant information? Let's say I want to use this code, so I bring it here, right? This is what is very important. It's very important. This place, you have to provide definition of the code. What does the code represent, right? And then, so you have to define the code, so definition, because without doing that, the system might not know what do you mean by engaging in exercising, right? So defining the code, right? And then after defining the code, you also have to provide example. And then you can provide boundaries with respect to what you want the AI to do, so delimitation. If you don't have any boundaries description, you can leave that place alone. But these are the three things that you need, right? In this case, you want the system to go through the data, right? So you are defining this concept, engaging in exercise. So you can say this code represents participant expression of engaging in physical activities to reduce burnout. And here you provide example. You think about the tasks that you want the AI to do. You want the AI to go through the transcript, identify information that is significant. So you could go to your transcript and identify information that you think is significant in relation to engage in exercising. This is participant one document, and you can choose any of the quotation from the transcript that you have coded. So I can just copy this one and then bring it here. I can type quotation one, and then I'll say exercising. So you can bring about two quotations just to provide a system an example of the kind of quotation that are linked to this code. So let me check another transcript and see what I can find something. Let me see. This is second transcript. I haven't coded for this example. I haven't coded three, but if you can find anything that could help the system to know what you're looking for, that would be great. It looks like I cannot find anything here too, right? So maybe few people talk about exercising. So normally you give two or three, but if you don't have any example, you can give what you have. In this case, I don't have much. And then here you are just trying to tell the system that we can say, make sure all quotations are related to the code provided, right? So providing these three kinds of information will help you to get very good results, right? So when you are done, you click on OK, and let's see what the system is going to do. So the system is going to and make finding any quotation that's related to exercising. Maybe there might not be any quotation. You see here, There's no quotation that is related to exercising based on the three documents, right? So not a lot of people talk about exercising. You can try another one and see. Let me go here, go to AI. Make sure you select the ones that you are interested. Maybe let's select everything, right? Select the ones that you are interested in, click on OK. And then I bring the engaging in religious activity here, click on OK. And then let's see what the system will do for us. Okay, so there are two segments that are connected to the five documents, right? So click on OK here, and then you see here that the system has created a code called AI engaging in religious activities. And when you double click on it, you can see the two quotations, right? So one said they engage in prayer, and one also said they practice positive thinking, right? And they also attend church. So you see how it is done. The strategy here is that you first code part of the data, and then based on the quotation that you have, you can use it to go through the rest of the data, right? And then when you are providing the system a code, you have to also define the code, provide examples of quotations that are related to the code, and also delimitation. They are very important for you to get a very good result. So that's how this one is done.